Good evening, all. That's a little bit better, I think. I hope, I pray it's a little bit better. Right, for those who are just joining us, welcome along to Affinity Racing. Welcome to a very special stream. First stream on a brand new wheel, Thrustmaster T300, which Stu, one of our followers, for those who don't know, very kindly sent through a long time ago. He sent this wheel through, and we're only just getting onto it. He sent it through before Christmas, so like 7-8 months later, we're finally getting onto this wheel. To those who are watching earlier at the absolute monstrosity of a stream that we had, then welcome back. Hopefully this is looking a little bit better. We have downscaled it to 720, and I've compressed it a little bit more as well. So hopefully that sort of settles things down a little bit. We've got all the fans now pointing to all of the devices, so there's no fans on me anymore, and I really wish there was. But just in the hope that we can get through the stream and the rest of the races. We're going to have 4 more races at the Nurburgring here this week's daily, putting this wheel to the absolute test. And it's been good fun so far. A little bit more fun for me than it has been the people watching, because the streams went down and it was a bit of a nightmare and it was lagging and da-da-da-da-da. But I was seeing a nice few races that I very much enjoyed. So, despite binning it. In the meantime, whilst we went live again... Oh, I thought it had lagged again there. In the meantime, I opened up a this bag of the sort of Terry's chocolate orange bites, and it's melted so much that the bites have now reformed a full Terry's chocolate orange. So that's a bonus. Literally, look at this state of this. I'm like melting everywhere. Right. It's very warm. I think we get the point. Very warm for everybody else. Much warmer for many more people who are down south. Thankfully, I'm all the way up north. And it's, well, a little bit cooler here than it is down in the likes of London, which I think are expecting 40 degrees tomorrow, so that's a bit mental. But yeah, I think we only get like 35 instead, so that I am quite happy about. But, well, I would rather it be a mild 15 all day, every day, something like that. Then I'd be laughing, but, you know. I prefer the sub-zero temperatures, to be honest with you. But anyways... Right then, I believe we're all good. We're back live once again, so we're going to jump straight into another race. And we've got enough time here between the races to try and improve our time. So we will do that if we can do. The Jag F-Type seems to be the car of choice for me, although the GTR seems to be outdoing us in the race, particularly once they are behind us in that slipstream as well on some of those straights. But overall... Over one lap, I'm preferring the Jag, definitely. For sure, I am preferring the Jag. So, nonetheless, I'm looking at all the warnings still coming up on my laptop here, but I think we're all right. We're going to jump straight in. So, 20 seconds or so. We got 4 more races at the Nurburgring. We will see what our best result is going to be. I think that was 2 races where we finished P6 on both of them. So, hopefully the next one we can maybe climb up the grid. If we improve our time, start a little bit higher as well... I want to get at least a podium, and that shall christen this new wheel rather nicely, I believe. So, fingers crossed for that. Let's jump in, see where we're going to be starting on this one. We've got our lap time now down to a 7:10. Oh, we're starting P2. P4, I thought we were P2 there. Starting P4 with a 7:10. Christ, look at that guy up top. 7:06, that's very quick. Excuse me, very quick. My 7:10, I think, was in the top 600. Which is obviously quite a way off, but it was the top 600, and it just goes to show, like, there are some tracks where you could be just 1 second off the leader. Some tracks where you could be 1 second off the leader and be like 3,000th overall ranking, and yet on this one here we can be like 9 seconds off the lead and have being like the top 600. So just goes to show the difference that this Nurburgring track makes. It's a wonderful place for some, it's a nightmare place for others, and they do call it the green hell for a reason. So let's go. I can't get over those Terry's chocolate orange segment little bite things. It's literally just a thick chocolate mousse now. Right then, here we go. If you've managed to tune back into this one, guys, let me know. Let me know that if it's looking any better. It should be sounding the same, but smoothness-wise, it's definitely looking a lot better, I think. So yes, do let me know. Any issues with the stream, shout up as well. Do let me know that as well. And in the meantime, place your guesses on where we are going to finish in this race. We start P4, so I guess the obvious one now is to hope for a podium. Seconds to the lead then. Keep that as our sort of reference point, I think. Not expecting to get a race win out of this. That guy is absolutely rapid quick, but it'd be good to know. Well, he hasn't pulled that big a gap then, the leader. He's kept it within that sort of 5 seconds. Nothing too much going on. Just watching the stream on my phone there. It's definitely looking a lot better, so I'm glad about that. A bit smoother at the very least. Ooh, nearly outbraking there. Get our foot down, try and make up for the couple of tenths that we've just lost there. Hardest corner on the Nurburgring by miles, that one. Always struggle with that. Oh, nearly, almost. Yes, we've gone. No, we haven't. We saved it only just. Fighting with the wheel, fighting with the car a little bit there. Pretty mega. I do love this wheel. Feels tremendous. Feels really comfortable. Although it's the opposite. I feel the only way I can describe the G29 is that it communicates with you and tells you where you don't want to go. This sort of entices you to go there, and then has a little scrap with you when you do. When you put it onto the grass, Logitech kind of goes, you're all right. No, you're not. You feel it go a little bit light, and you think, all right, okay. This sort of has you second guessing a little bit, has you fighting with it a little bit more, which I absolutely love. Definitely feels like it's a bit more, represents the characteristics of the kind of cars that we're driving along here. As I said in the previous stream there, I hope, I don't know if anyone would have caught it or not with how much it was lagging and all the rest of it, but yeah, that's definitely the biggest difference with this wheel versus the Logitech versus the G29. This feels like you're scrapping with the car that little bit more. But considering the nature of these cars, I don't imagine they go around the Nurburgring too easily. I imagine it is certainly a bit of a fight and a bit of a scrap. Now P1's made an error there because he's lost 1.5 seconds. Feeling optimistic. A podium is certainly going to happen this race. I have no doubt about it. Should also say as well that I've not actually even looked at the settings, so I presume even though you've plugged in a different wheel, it will just hold the same settings that I had on the force feedback, the sensitivity and the torque. I presume it just keeps it at 1010, which is what I had it at. Don't know if it'll reset once it registers through the USB that a new wheel's gone in. I'd be interested to know, because the feedback on this feels so much stronger than the G29. It feels like what the G29 feels like on GT Sport. As soon as they moved to GT7, it felt like there was a lot of torque that was lost through the wheel of the G29, which is more a fault of Gran Turismo and Polyphony than it is the wheel itself. I know they had a lot of issues. Some of the Fanatec's had no force feedback at all in them, no torque whatsoever, and it was just a software issue. Oh, P1's binned it, P1's binned it. Here we go then, look at this three-way fight there with the 3 podium positions, and we're going to be right in amongst that soon enough, I would have thought. Just 2.5 seconds to the lead now. Seventh gear there at all, was it? Oh, look at this, look at this, we're going to be catching up now. Oh, they're going to be killing each other into the final turn here, I think. Big braking zone at the end of the straight here. Oh, he's put it into the wall. Either he's put it into the wall or he's been put into the wall. Couldn't quite see what was going on. I said a podium would be doable here. P3. Only by default though. I still feel like I need to get a position made up myself. An overtake done on track would be nice, just for the ego more than anything. Come on. It's a tricky little car, this one. It's really nice to drive, absolutely solid, but just you know that you're lagging on the straight, so you feel like you've got to push it that bit more in the corners against the GTR. Even with the slipstream, the GTR kind of has the run on you on the straights. P1's binned it. Look at this. We could be on for P1 now because we're right behind the new race leader. Absolutely right on him here. Come on, could we end up with the race win here? I said I wanted at least a podium on this stream. 3 races in. We could end up with a race win here. I think it's just a case of putting enough pressure on him now. Keep the pressure on him, that's all we need to do. Oh, I thought he'd run wide there. Oh, both of us made the same mistake. Oh, got to brake so that we don't go into him. Oh my word, that was close, that was close. Both of us making the same mistake there. though he's got the dirtier tyres. Four-wheel drive just about sorts him out there. Forcing the brake late, he's gone into the wall, that's all we needed. Bit of pressure on him, lovely stuff. We'll have that. We will have that. And I hope that is enough of a gap. A big enough gap that he can't close it. Fingers crossed. Now we've got the guy who qualified 6 seconds ahead of us or whatever it was. Actually, that one's the most difficult corner on the track. Right, now the guy who qualified way ahead is 2.1 seconds here. Is he going to gain 2.1 seconds across the second half of this lap? I think it's entirely doable. Well, mathematically, it's entirely doable. He's down to 1.9 already. I can't watch that time too much though. Otherwise it will end up getting the better of me. A load of time. Is that 2 cars there? Luckily we're very fortunate in the sense that that is 2 cars coming out of the carousel. It looked like side by side there, because that is pretty much what's holding him back at the moment off of us. Seven. I think this looks like we're going to be safe. Hopefully, I really hope and pray. Is the gap. I think that's going to keep us safe as long as we don't bin it on the final corner. As always with me, easier said than done, isn't it? So let's hope for the best. It's going to end up being a fairly decent little result, that one. Never argue with a P1, can you? Certainly can't complain. Put it on the grass. We've done it. We've done it. We've done it. We've done it. P1. P1. Massive Affinity crash due. Thankfully, Stu, it didn't happen. But it is due. One is certainly due. Whew. Jonathan, good evening, you sexy beasts. Feel the heat. Yeah, mate, it's It's pretty warm. This is the third attempt of this stream whilst all of my whilst everything overheats in the office. So yeah, we got there in the end though. But my oh my, it is warm indeed. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. We'll take the race win there. Hopefully that does us a few favours in terms of DR as well. I mean, all of those, we got 3 overtakes there, 3 positions gained, and all of them were down to people making mistakes. So otherwise, that was probably a P4, wasn't it? Oops. That was good. That was good. I just wanted to go, yay. Never mind. Right. Breaking all my equipment. Wonderful. Over the moon with that. Over the moon. Right then. Where do we go to now? I mean, we'll stick with the Nurburgring all night. That's going to be the plan, I think. But we'll try and improve our time. We'll stick with the Jag. And then after this race, if anyone wants to make any suggestions as to what car to go for, we'll have 2 races where we can try some alternative cars. So get your suggestions in. Couldn't lap in this weather, fair play to you. Yeah, mate, it's yeah, the weather's not the issue. It's that it's, you know, well, it's warm enough as it is, but then once you've got the PlayStation on, and of course laptops, lights, and everything else running for the stream and webcams and all the rest of it, the extra heat generated off all of those honestly makes this room unbearable at times. Makes it so uncomfortably warm. It is ridiculous. Right, let's try and push this one on the limit as well. Good so far. Right, 119.5, that's not a bad first 2 sectors. I ideally want that down less than the 19s for me. I imagine some people will be a hell of a lot quicker. Slight short shift in this thing as well. I think it's like sort of between 1/2 and 3/4. Doesn't feel too bad there. That was pretty sluggish and a bit naff, to be honest. Definitely time left on the table there, no doubt about that. Oh dear, that's overcooked that one. Just found I read the start of that comment there, and then I had to look back to the screen. But if it starts, just found half a kebab from last night. I'm not sure whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad think, Jonathan? From last night in the fridge. With an unopened chili sauce. Oh, yes. That sounds like that's your rest of your night sorted then, mate. By the sounds of things. What a treat. Too wide there. Just didn't want to press the brakes. Felt like I'd be losing time. Probably cost me more. I feel like I'm... Oh dear, that was a bit of a slight mistake. Just as I was about to say, I feel like I'm so used to this wheel already. I feel like I've been driving this wheel for ages. It feels as comfortable, as the Logitech did. I feel like I'm getting used to how it reacts very, very quickly. Loads of time because it was just an absolute eternity before I could get down on the power. That's easy, half a second gone there, without a doubt. Easy. Right, is this going to be an improvement then on that best time that we've set so far? 6:20 as we cross one of the final sector lines. Is the stream looking all right, guys? Is anybody watching it on a relatively big screen or watching it on a computer of any kind? On a phone, it should be all right, but I've downscaled it to 720, so I don't know if it'll look a bit naff on if anyone's watching on a computer or anything like that. I think Stu says he sometimes watches on a bigger screen. Is it looking all right? Does it look a bit sort of naff or not? Oh, I braked. Oh, too early almost. This line before 10. Yes, what an improvement. Lovely stuff. Right, half a second improvement there. Happy with that. I'm just going to run against this course for the rest of it and just see if there's anywhere else where we think we can maybe gain some time. When the wheel spins like that. So one thing... Right, okay, yeah. One thing I noticed there. When the wheel spins like that, if you leave your hands just on the top where you let it just sort of like feed through, you used to be able to do that on the Logitech quite comfortably. But on that, you get a serious friction burn when you do it that way. 40 inch, but have you in the view about 12 inch square, right? Okay. Oh, look at that! Jonathan got us on the 42 inch TV. No one wants that, mate. That's a bit too much. I suggest you minimise me as quickly as possible. No, that's all good then. As long as it's looking okay. Like I say, it's the actual number of pixels on screen basically is a little bit less, but as long as it's smooth, that's the main thing. I would rather watch a slightly lower resolution, but see it be super smooth than just dead choppy as it was the last time. So glad about that then. Appreciate the thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. Oh dear. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the Logitech now as well, by the way. I thought about doing like a giveaway on the channel. I think that could be I think that would be quite cool. I did think about keeping it as a spare, at least just maybe for a month or so, just in case I couldn't manage to get this set up properly, or my stupidity, in case my stupidity stopped me from being able to set it up. But I think we're all good. I've got a less than ideal setup, or a bit of a hashed sort of workaround on the pedals, the way that I've had to do it. Well, it was laziness, if anything, actually, but in picture is poor. Aw, that's me. Yeah, I think okay, mate, that's yeah, okay. Jonathan says sell it to me. To be fair, I bought it, I managed to get it quite cheap. I probably would just give it away. We'll start a bidding war then, Jonathan. How much? Given that you've seen it on this stream now, binned, see me bin it so many times using that wheel. I'm surprised you don't think it would be cursed. Radio then. What was that? P7. P7. Have a spare play seat, same as your old one, I think. Yes. Oh, what was that called again? Because it was a play seat. It wasn't play seat, but it was. It's what it was meant to be, wasn't it? Oh, what was that called again? I can't remember now. But yes, we did. We had the same seat because both of us said that our backs were broken on it. One where the seat folds, yeah. Oh, never had it. I thought you did have a wheel, Jonathan. Where did I get that from then? I thought you, yeah, I don't know why. I thought you were on the. I actually thought you were on the G29 as well, same as me and James. I might have got that totally. Well, clearly I've got that totally wrong. Backbreaker, yeah, absolutely is. Absolutely is. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was okay to sit in it first. It's just that when you were sat in it for so long, it was like just felt the dull ache at the bottom of your back. Anything like after an hour and a half to 2 hours was just a total killer. Oops, let's oh, I don't want that camera. That's the one that we want. But yeah, I need to decide what I'm going to do with the with the Logitech. I don't think I'll hold on to it, to be honest with you, because I'm more than happy with this wheel now. This is absolutely mega. So we'll see if we can sort you out, Jonathan. See what we end up doing with it. Because yeah, I can't see me. I can't see me needing to keep it as a spare or anything like that. I just thought worst case that I would hold on to it for a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be necessary really. So. Oh, someone's already binned it, right. We'll have P6 in that case, thanking you. We will have P6. Who knows, maybe the wheel... Oh! Maybe the wheel will live on and guide me too. Yeah, maybe the wheel will cause you to bin it at the last lap of every race when you're in the lead. Or on for a podium. Oh, we've got a bit of a push there. A bit of a bump draft. Thankful for it, of course. Don't quite manage to hold the position though. That's a weird sensation, that when you're steering with this wheel. As I say, there's a lot more resistance there than is on the G29, but it under braking. Oh, that's a lot of braking there, mate. That is a lot of braking. We don't need that much. I'm sure we don't need that much. Come on. And we is in the GTR. Oh, come on. Keep going, keep going. Under braking, you feel so much more resistance in this wheel. Under braking, naturally not being a way that the car would want to not want to turn when it's going from 140, 50, 60 miles an hour down to the sort of speed that it feels like you'd be taking a roundabout at. Right, P6 could be on here, I feel. Spinning it overhead there, or putting it into the wall at least. This is not a section of track that you want to be behind people. Oh. Yeah, I've got to give him that one. I didn't manage to hit the apex there at all. Gotta let him keep that one. Got someone on our left hand side as well, about to quite easily drive around the outside of us in the GTR as well. Look at the pace difference that thing has on the straight. I just find it a bit more of a pig in the corners, that's all. Strap it to the coffee table at ironing board. Yeah, definitely. It's easy enough to do that. It's got the clips and stuff where you can strap it onto the clip it onto a desk and stuff. I would definitely recommend even the I know ADX. That was it. That was the make ADX. Something like that. As much as I was saying that it did break your back, it wasn't that bad, but it was just slightly uncomfortable. Stu had the right idea actually. A couple of cushions on there made it a little bit more bearable. But that's just if you're racing for like hours and hours on end. Anything like I say after 2 hours, maybe take a bit of a break. But but also could have been down to the fact that I feel like I had that a little bit with this seat, and then once I brought the pedals a bit closer where I wasn't stretched out as much to try and reach the pedals, definitely made things a bit more comfortable. But yeah, I think that one was maybe it was 100 or something like that. You could probably pick up a second-hand one relatively cheap. Definitely. Right, let's try and just slipstream these guys. Back straight, we'll not get past them, but if we can just try and match their pace, that'll be good enough. Felt the car going light there under braking. Oh, very lucky there. Very lucky there. Track limits, no way. Well, rest assured, stewards, there was nothing gained there. Right, so we're going to end up serving this penalty on the next lap on that straight, so we need to be careful now. Those guys are well ahead. I'll try and catch up to them, but we are going to have easily 2 to 3 seconds lost with that penalty. Almost. Oh, look at that. Jonathan, looks like you're getting sorted out with the rig as well. Now a case of just trying to hold on to P7. We've lost too much time. like we can catch this GTR, but we're going to lose him on the straight. That's the problem. So I'm working very hard to try and get as close to him as possible. But it's almost kind of like knowing it's not really worth pushing and risking as much as we are. But you've got to try your best, haven't you? Racing to go as fast as you can at all times, and that's the point. Serve this penalty. We've caught right up to the back of this GTR as well. Done pretty well, but sadly this penalty is pretty much going to put us out of range, I think. Absolutely does. Getting married on Friday, Stu. Get in. Congratulations. If you're looking for a cover band that does Prodigy rave hardcore dance tunes, then I can recommend my band. Right, P6 in the F-Type. We'll jump into the GTR. We'll see how we get on with that, and then we'll go for a different car. We maybe try the Beetle or something like that. Right then. Another race done. So we've had P6, P6, P7, P5, I think. Oh no, we got the race win. P6, P6, race win, P5. Something like that. Pass this time. I don't blame you, mate. It's an acquired taste. Right, GT. Oh, let's use our GTR, shall we? Let's try and improve our time then. See if we can get down to the 708. How about that? I do find the GTR a bit trickier to drive. Just needs that a little bit more patience, a little bit earlier on the brakes, just let the car sort of roll in, try and prioritise that almighty top end speed wherever possible. Feel a lot more feedback through the wheel on this car. because it's just such a huge chunk of car to try and navigate around a track like this. Not the most nimble, but it is the top end speed that gets it around this track so quickly. Our optimal, when I was doing some lapping earlier, qualifying, was a 708, I think. A very low 708, if I remember rightly, 0.1, 0.2, something like that. So we'll try and get as close to that as we can do. We've got 10 minutes to do so. So I can still run a few minutes into this and have the option to reset. That's decent. Again, want it to probably be in the 18s. Half a tenth taken off there needed. Half a second rather to take off there is needed. Oh, car going light on the braking there. Probably be a bit quicker. To always bin it at that corner, but now I feel it's actually probably one of my stronger parts of the circuit. That wasn't particularly quick on that one, but in the Jag I feel like I had that one hooked up quite nicely. I lost too much time there. Too much time lost. Like this should be the quicker car between the two, between the Jag and between this and the Jag. This should be the quicker car, but it's just that little bit trickier to drive. Got to be that little bit more patient, a bit more controlled. The power just a bit too much there as well. Crack on with this lap then. We've not got enough time to reset now. Too far into it, not enough time, so let's just crack on, push on, and see if we can improve it all. Just wish I had the timing sectors there available to see from my previous laps. Time trialing in this. Man. No, not too wide. Being stupid. Being really stupid there. go, go. I feel like we're going to be just off. I feel like we're going to be off the pace. I remember crossing that timing barrier there and it being below 620. However, this is where we gain a lot of time against the Jag. Oh, yes. Good lap. Good lap. Happy with that. I still think that can be improved. There was a lot of time that I lost in places there. Just first time being back in this car. I think if that's the case, I think I could be down into the 7s. I would like to think. But overall, relatively happy with that lap. Not too shabby. Oh, that was just outbreaking there. Right, this next corner, I want to see if I can try and take this flat as well. It's interesting to hear the inner workings of the wheel when you have hand-setters going on like that. Interesting. Right then, that's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. 8.6. I feel like we can definitely go a bit quicker. 100% can go a bit quicker. Just need a little bit of work on it, I think. Not too shabby overall though. Other than that, pretty decent stuff. So we'll go again. If anyone wants to suggest another car to go in, we'll do the GTR on this next race, as we say it, and then we'll maybe look at Something else, I don't know if the Beetle might be worth a shout. I've seen people doing pretty well in the Viper, to be fair, but the Viper is the Viper, so maybe not. But yeah, I think there's plenty cars that we could have a look at. I did want to have a look at the BM as well, I think. Yeah, just trying to have a think. The Atenza as well, randomly. Sorry, no, not the Atenza. The Atenza I did see in the top 100, actually. What was the other car that I was thinking of? Not the Atenza, not the WRX. The Lancer. The Evo. That was the other one that I wanted to have a look at. Plenty of time, hopefully, later in the week, though, to get on into the cars that we didn't have a chance to check out. So we start P5 on this one. Can we see if we can get ourselves at least a podium? See if we can get ourselves a podium. See if we can get P3. I'd be rather happy with that, I do think. Right then, here we go. Starting P5. We're going to finish a bit higher than that. Problem being, everybody up ahead is in the GTR as well. If they were all in the Jag like I was, I'd feel a bit better. That over the course of the lap probably was going to be a little bit quicker. Alright, 6.5 from the lead. Let's just try and make sure that he doesn't get, let's say, above 7 seconds. Try and stay as close to him as we can do. Close to everyone else. Are we going to have some slipstream induced understeer? No. We'll be alright there, just a slight little lift. 6 gear, I need to remember to short shift a bit earlier in the GTR as well. Does anyone want to take a guess at where we're going to end up here? Does anyone want to take a guess at, we sound a bit confident here, which step of the podium we're going to go on? Oh, nearly not. Nearly outbraked rather horrendously there. Race leaders above 7 seconds already. One of the biggest differences that I feel in terms of driving, like understanding what the car's doing through this, is whether or not you have understeer or whether you're actually sliding. So there's a couple of instances where I've had understeer and you feel the wheel telling you that, and then there's a couple of instances there under brake and just trying to get turned in where the car's just actually literally been sliding and you feel the difference. There's a different kind of vibration that's pushed through the wheel. Whereas the Logitech feels if it only just sort of went light, was how you knew the wheel was going light, but you couldn't quite tell whether that was necessarily understeer You would know afterwards that it was understeer because then the wheel would snap once it had gone, you know, back to where it needed to be. Once the car regained grip or was, you know, back to not understeering, you would feel the wheel sort of go like that and snap back. Whereas this, you feel the vibration through, knowing that it's either understeer, to tell the difference of whether or not it's understeer or the car is just literally sliding. Sometimes it's difficult to know for certain. Which, when I done the review of the G29 itself, was one of the biggest things that I was saying about the force feedback. You're then reacting to what you feel, which is what you want to be doing, as opposed to what you see on screen. Because if you have a radar, if you have a view like this, it's difficult to know whether you're understeering, whether you're sliding, whether the back end's out at all. If you've got no feeling at all, you can only go with what you see, which you're much, much slower to react to. Which is why I always found it so difficult on pad, especially on PS4. It's a little bit easier on PS5 now with the haptic feedback, so you kind of know when the wheels are spinning, you feel that. But yeah, this is mega. Greg, how we doing? Welcome along. Let me have a little look at that comment in just a second. I think that is a question. Am I enjoying the new dailies? Yes, I am. You can't grumble when the Nurburgring's involved, can you? And of course, new wheel today as well, so no better chance to put it to the test than to jump onto a load of Nurburgring dailies. So that was very fortunately timed, considering it's taken me 6 months to get onto this wheel. It's been sat in a box, like behind this TV, for ages and ages and ages. And then on the week that I just so happened to get it set up, Nurburgring, can't go wrong. So yes, loving it. Haven't had a chance to look at the other combos. Although Group B does look like a great race. I remember when that was a daily race C, Group 3 at Sardinia on that road track. I can't remember if it's road track A or what name of that layout is called, but that combo is tremendous. I love that track, love that combo. Took me a while to get used to it. Wasn't initially a fan of it, but after a few races, because it was daily race C, I can't remember if there was any pit stops. I just remember there was a lot of laps. It was like 10 or 12 laps, something like that, but it was just awesome fun. That was on GT Sport, that long time ago since we had that combo. So hopefully I get to have a chance, get the chance to have a go of that one as well. But yeah, otherwise daily race C, Nurburgring is where it's at for the rest of this stream. I've not been as quick as I thought I might have been in this GTR, but that is only in comparison to these two guys. So maybe I have been quick, but they've just been a lot quicker. Possibly a slight mistake from the race leader. Gain a little bit of time to him there. Sadly not quite going to be within slipstream range of the GTRs up ahead, which is a bit of a shame. Because P4 is going to have the slipstream of the podium runner in third. There he is, lad. I knew you wouldn't. I knew you'd manage to stop by at some point, James. How are we doing? I was talking about you earlier, James, saying that when I first got on these new pedals, the wheel is tremendous, the pedals are great, but the brake pedal I was a bit cautious of, so I was braking very early, and I was saying that a couple of corners where I was so far up on my time just because I braked early, and I was like, just thought of you instantly. Oh, he's pinned it, he's pinned it. Right, we're on to P4 then. We just have to hope that P3 does that now. But he is a long way away. Well, actually, he's a long way away in normal track time. But at the Nurburgring, we're like right on him, even though it's nearly 5 seconds. I don't quite think he's gained on us every corner, or he's extended the gap every corner. I don't quite think we managed to catch up to him, to be honest. But P4 wouldn't be too bad a result. Just under 5 second gap there. Time there, a couple of tenths lost, braking in a dead line, and then braking and ending up stopping a little bit too early, then trying to have to get back on the power and recoup some of that time. Sunglasses, I could do with some of them at the moment. Although thankfully the sun's gone in a bit now. Considering it's nearly 9:30 or whatever time it is. It's not quite as bright. My eyes can rest. Right, just a case now of trying to hold on to P4. Got both these guys right behind us. Both in the GTR though, I think, so hopefully we're matched for pace throughout this lap. Hit the like button, absolutely. If you're watching and you haven't done just yet, then yeah, please do hit like. And if you haven't subscribed as well, please do that. But thank you, James, as ever, doing a better job of plugging the channel than me. scary one. Right, well, we managed to hold on to 4th then. Rather happy about that. Does anyone want to make any suggestions as to which car we go in for the last race? Or shall we stick with the GTR? Does anyone have any preferences? Anyone have a preference? Flag here. Yellow flag here. Oh, that could have been the podium. Oh, man. We've lost the position. Oh, we've lost P4 as well. No. 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 Oh, no. I got so distracted by the yellow flag. Missed out on the podium there. Different car, says James. Go on then, James. We'll let you decide. What car should we jump in? Ah, interesting. I did say I would fancy the BM earlier. Let's try the BM then. This is either going to be genius or stupid. The M4 around the Nurburgring. If it was Group 3 and it was the M6, I'd feel a bit more confident in the idea. But I did say I'd be interested in trying that. The 458 as well, just spotting that there in P12. I think that's in a couple of the top 100 positions, so I'm quite interested to see. You know, that's a good car group, the Group 4. Group 3 seems to be a bit just sort of always just seems a bit of an out there option, doesn't it, the Group 3 Ferrari. But yeah, let's jump in the BM then. Let's give it a go. BM it is. I will spot it. There it is there. Donkey. That I am. Agreed. All German tech goes well at the Nurburgring. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we'll I don't know if we'd set a particularly good time. Oh, hang on. Let's make sure that we're actually entered because we weren't there. No. There we go. That's what we want. Whew, it is roasting in here. Feel the back end on this already. Oh no, this is not going to go well, let me tell you. short shift this. I thought we would have been stretching the gears out on this one, but it feels like short shift is the way to go. 7 gears in this, isn't there, as well, so... Nah. Have to be a real driver now, yeah. You couldn't have timed that comment any better, mate. Literally 2 seconds after I binned it. A little bit slower there, literally a second slower on the first 2 sectors. Better, yeah. I haven't binned it, so it's definitely better. It's still time though. We should definitely do a Super Formula race round here, shouldn't we, James? For the British Heart Foundation Championship. We should definitely, the Nord's Life, I should have been on the list, shouldn't it, on the calendar. Awesome car once you get the hang of it. Yeah, it is, but I can't get the hang of it. So... Need to do a lobby and invite the other streamers to take part. Yeah, definitely. I think it definitely warrants some sort of charity event to tie into it, doesn't it? And understeering straight off as well. Right, let's catch a couple comments. I'll catch a breather. Oh no, this is not going to end well, this, James. I'm telling you now, this is not going to end well, this. I feel like changing cars. Hey dear. Oh, come on. Less is more. Not with me, it's not, mate. More is more. That's my problem. Oh, 7:14. And we haven't even crossed the line. Subaru, yeah, to be fair, actually. Yeah, the Subaru's probably going to be a safer shout. I don't quite... the WRX round here is not going to be that great, though. The WRX round here just... In fact, I can tell you now, is not that great. Let's pick a different one. I did want to try either the... I did want to try the Evo. So maybe we give the Evo a bash. Do I have the Evo? Ah! No. Oh, no, I did. There it is. Yeah, let's give the Evo a go. More is spin and bin. Yeah, plenty of that with me, that's for sure. Right, I'm gonna jump in the Evo then. Let's give that a go, because I like the car. Does mean that we're gonna have to jump into this with no practice in it, but I love the car. Really, really good car. Prefer it to the Atenza. Only got the 5 gears in this one though. The Veyron. Do you know what it is? I'm tempted to try the Veyron as well. Yeah, I wanted to do it earlier, but I didn't have time. Because I'd love to know how good that car is round here. I mean, it'd be rapid on that back straight, and I know it wouldn't be the best in some of the corners, but man, do that back straight in like 4 seconds. So surely enough, it makes up all the time that it loses in the corners. You'll be okay now in 4-wheel drive, yeah. The Jag, genuinely, the Jag's been the best car of the day for me. Really, really love the Jag. Right then, here we go. Here we go, P6 then, once again. So we've started kind of the top half of the grid on every race. 708 as well with that improvement, so we're gaining a bit more time as well. Definitely getting a little bit quicker. I think I can get that down into the 7s, which in this lobby would have started us P3, P4. But yeah, top guy, 705. He's in the GTR. GTR, F-Type in front of us, so we know where the F-Type is strong and weak, quick and slow. The Aston as well, yeah. I do love the Aston. I do love the Aston. Right, let's go then. See what we can do in the Evo. Problem being is that we're doing this without any practice, so we got to just hope for the best. Hit and hope. Here we go then, here we go. Podium minimum. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. Here we go. I'm going to say I'm aiming for it. The podium as well. I need to be a bit earlier on the brakes than we could have been in that BM. That's the first thing I'm trying to get used to here. Losing quite a bit of time already in this thing. Someone's already binned it there. Off the grass. Quite have the pace I thought it would do this thing actually. Try to like it's stolen. I'm gonna need to because this guy behind is closing in here quite a bit. Corner here as well. He's in the GTR. Gonna let him by. Trying to do so without losing too much time. This guy up to the inside there. Questionable, that one, questionable. Try to keep it as clean as I could from my side. We've got the run there. We'll have that. Oh, the GTR behind us has binned it as well, so eases up the pressure a little bit there. Slight short shift actually in this thing, I think. Put it into the wall almost. Can we get round him? to try and get around him. He pushes us onto the grass. Not intentional, I don't think, considering he was not in control of the car there. Viper behind us now. Elbows out. And we definitely had elbows out to get the first position back off the GCR. Side there, he tried to have a little look. That was our line though. Didn't actually realise he was there until I was on the apex, to be honest. Having another look there. He's going to try this into the braking zone, I think. He knows better to give that one a miss. Out of the carousel, up to P5 because someone has gone. Not binned it. Well, I don't know if they did bin it, but they're out of the lobby, I meant. Now, this Viper is going to have the run on us here easily. So we want to be careful here. Have the slipstream and generally just a lot more power. Picture and sound good. We have compressed it a little bit so that the actual picture quality by fact is actually not as good, but just a lot better than what it was when we had loads of issues. This is the third time. This is the third stream third attempt this evening. He's nearly gone. He's kept that quite tidy there, considering he was on the inside. Thought he was going to run wide there, to be honest. I was hoping he was going to run wide. But to be fair, having a Viper in front of us on this long straight here is probably not a bad thing. speed of that thing, we'll have a decent slipstream. Here it is, he's had a slight stab at the brakes through the right-hander, up and over the hill. We're not going to gain to him because he's got absolutely way more top-end speed. But we're just going to make the most of that slipstream relative to the guys who are a bit further ahead. Right on the back of him now, get past quick. I'm trying, Stu, I'm trying. Feel like I haven't in this sector here. Exit the corner, we've got him, I think. It's just that pace of the Viper. We outdone him for pace throughout that last half of that last previous sector there. But just the pace of that Viper. Noticing as well that he's using the brakes quite a lot going into the corners. Costing him a bit of time. We made the same mistake as he did there. It cost both of us a bit of time. Can I get past here? Can I get past? Conscious of the fact that he's braking a lot earlier into the corners as well than I'm able to do in this. Can we get alongside here? No. Force him a bit too wide, it almost does. Round the outside. What a move! Oh yes. Fair play to him. If I knew how to put my shit. Ah! Sugar. That was me trying to put my hazards on the new wheel. And the button. I was trying to say thank you for some good clean racing. And I ended up taking a screenshot instead. I'm not used to the buttons on the new wheel. Oh man, right now it puts us side by side. He's going to have the run on the straight. Probably just going to let him past here. It's probably going to be the sensible thing to do. And I just took into the slipstream. Right, the race is on for P5 basically. It's me versus the Viper here. We've also got Elvis behind us. We desperately want this position against the Viper here. He's gone. Almost gone. Not quite though, he's still with us. We're still with him, thankfully. Come on, final race of the stream this. Let's make it a fun one to end on. Didn't have the most fun start of the stream, but hopefully we can have the most fun end right on the back of this. Oh, he's gone. He's binned it. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Now we just need to defend. Now we need to defend. Oh, we're going to have P4. Oh, we're going to have P4. Yes, mate. Very fortunate. Very fortunate. Right, we just have to hope that that GTR doesn't have as much pace as I think it does against us. Because we're travelling at 150 now. He's going to be at about 154, 55. Come on, keep going, keep going. He's going to be right on us by the time we hit the braking zone. Follow the apex. He's going to have to go right the way around the outside if he wants the position. He's going to have it here. We're just going to have to hope that we can outbrake. We're going to try and go the other side of him, yeah. Not quite. Ah, man, we just lose out there to the pace of that GTR. Such is the pace of the GTR. Nothing we can do there. But that Evo held up pretty well there, I thought. Swerve. I would have been slating someone if they started swerving in front of me. Listen, I'm happy with that. P5's a decent result. Not too bad at all. Could have been P4, but, you know, such is the pace of the GTR. It was inevitable he was going to have us on the straights. He came back from nearly a second away there, which just shows the top end difference, excuse me, that GTR has. So I've really enjoyed that one. I'm glad that it's been a fun end to the stream. Hopefully this week I'm going to get back on to doing another stream this week or some more content. And I know that I say that every single week, but there's a lot of things that I've been putting off because I wanted to do it all on the new wheel so that all of the videos looked and were the same and drove the same and all the rest of it. And now I'm going to be able to get onto them. It's taken me a long time to get onto this wheel. Literally 7-8 months it's been sat in that box up there, and I've been desperate to get onto it. So I owe Stu another huge thank you for sending it through. Beyond kind. And as I was taking it out the box, like, I knew it was a very kind gesture. Obviously, have thanked him hugely for sending it through. And as I was taking it out the box and setting it up and realising just how good a setup this actually was, like, I messaged Stu again. I was like, look, thank you so much, because as I started setting it up, like, realised on another level, realised once again the level of generosity for Stu to send this through. Yeah, going to be many good streams on it, many good videos on it, and a review coming up on it very soon as well. I've got the Logitech one to edit, then I'm going to record it for this one and get those out there. Hopefully the stream that I do, if I manage to get one done a little bit later in the week, I hope that it will be a little bit cooler and not quite as roasting as it is right now, because I am literally sweating. It is absolutely boiling. But yes, appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm sure there are many other better ways that you could have spent your Monday evening, but I appreciate that it's been spent wasted watching me. So yes, hopefully catch you a little bit later in the week. If not, next Monday for whatever the next dailies are going to be. But keep an eye out for any other live streams or videos and stuff like that throughout the week. So appreciate everyone tuning in, and I shall catch you all later. Toodles!